Well, welcome back. And in this story titled Gramadhikari Rajivaha. Rajivaha is somebody's name. Grama Adhikari, Grama Adhikari. Gramasya Adhikari, Grama Adhikari. Shashti Tatpurusha Samasaha. Grama Adhikari. Savarna Dirgha Sandhi has happened. So, Samasta Padam is Grama Adhikari. From today onwards, I thought instead of telling this Vyakranamsha so much, every now and then I will be telling in between while reading, whenever I come across something, whenever it flashes in my mind, I will be telling this Vyakranamsha. So, in which I will not reduce to some story. So, in all stories, I will be telling this Vyakranamsha, Pada, Dhatu, like that. So, if I tell too much, it will be boring for some people. And if I don't say, simply story will be boring. So, I thought I will do in sparingly every story. Okay. Rajivaha Garvashilaha iti sarve chintayanti sma. Rajiva Garvashilaha means having the quality or the character of pride. Like that, iti sarve chintayanti sma. Everybody thinks. Shilaha is a character, quality of a person. That is Shilaha. So with Shila, you can find so many Samastapadam. Garva Bhavaha Asmin Asti iti Garva Shilaha. One who is having Garva Bhava. Gunashilaha Yasmin Gunaha Asti Saha Gunashilaha. Sushilaha Sushila Sushtu Shila Asya Asti iti Sushila. Sushila is somebody's name. That means someone having good qualities. So, Garvashilaha, Sushilaha, Sushila, Gudashilaha. Like that, you will find many Samastapada. Okay. Parantu saha adhikaribihi saha vinayena eva vyavaharati sma. But even though he is pride of himself, he behaves with officers vinayena, in a very pleasant way or in a humble way, submissive way. Ataha saha jivane yashaha sampaditavan. So because of his behavior, ataha jivane yashaha sampaditavan, he earned good name. Kanichana dinani yavat Maharajasya asthane udyogi asit. And for some days he was in the king's assembly as an employee. Tasya deshasya Maharajaha Chandrakantaha. So Tasya deshasya Maharajaha, that country's Maharaja is Chandrakantaha. Laghu Vishayam Adhikrityapi Sarveshu Kupitaha Bhavati Sma. And he is a short-tempered man. Laghu Vishayam Adhikritya means based on some petty issues. Sarveshu Kupitaha Bhavati Sma. He gets anger with everyone. Kadachit tasya manasthitihi samyak na asit. Once his mind was not calm. Samyak means good. So the mind was not good. He was in some mood. Tasmin samaye tasya purataha Rajivaha asit. At that time, in front of him, Rajiv was there. Tada saha Rajivam kopena uktavan. Then he shouted at Rajiv, Mukhamma darshayatu. Don't show your face. Itaha duram gachat bhavan. Get away from here. Like that, the king angrily shouted. Yetam vishayam sudhiraha nama mantri jnatavan. And there is a minister in the name of Sudhiraha. And he came to know that king shouted at this Rajivaha. Saha Rajivam Ahuya Buktavan. So he called Rajiva and told, Bhavane Vidyavan Buddhimancha Asti. You are educated and very intelligent. Bhavati Vishesha Vivechana Shakti hi Asti. Bhavati means in you. This is Bhavat Shabdaha. Bhavat is also a Sarvanama Shabdaha. Bhavan, Bhavantau, Bhavantaha, Bhavantam, Bhavantau, Bhavataha. Like that, 21 forms we have. In that, bhavati is a Saptami Vibhakti Ekavachanam. So, in you, whenever guna is talked about, guna is in somebody. Where it resides in somebody. So, that guna is always, when we are talking about, always Saptami Vibhakti we use. So, bhavati, in you, Vishesha Vivechana Shakti asti. You have very, analytical skill, special analytical skill. एवं स्थिते अकृतस्य अपराधस्य निमित्तं किमर्थं दंडनं प्राप्तव्यं भवता. So this also bhavat shabda tritiya vibhakti ekavachanam. Bhavane pratama vibhakti ekavachanam. Bhavat shabda. Evam sthite, when you are having so much analytical skills, akritasya aparadhasya nimittam, for the sake of the mistake not done. Krita means done, akrita not done. Aparadha, mistake. Kimartam dandanam praptavyam. Why you should get punishment? By you, bhavata. See, why by you punishment is to be got for the mistake not done by you. That is the English way we can say. This is called karmani prayoga. Bhavata dandanam praptavyam. This is only the three major portion in the karmani prayoga sentence. Karta, karma, kriya. Like that. So, dandanam is a akarandana pumsakalinga shabdaha. So, tavyatanta pratyaya praptavyaha, praptavya, praptavyam. Like that, in pullinga, strilinga, napumsakalinga, it is used. So, bhavata dandanam praptavyam. That is the portion. Other things are adding meaning to the sentence. Yatha Maharajaha bhavantam. That is dutiya vibhakti ekavachanam. Bhavan, bhavantau, bhavantaha, bhavantam, bhavantau, bhavataha. So bhavantam dutiya vibhakti ekavachanam. Bhavantam kshama prartayet tatha aham karomi. So I do something so that the king asks pardon to you. Bhavane maya saha agacchatu iti. So you come with me. Like that he said. Anukshanam Rajivah uktavan. Immediately Rajiv told, Maharajaha kupitaha asit natu aham. It was the king who was angry, not me. Maya eva aparadaha kritaha syat. Aparadha might have been done by me. So here also this karmani prayoga. Maya aparadaha kritaha. Iktanta shabdaha kritaha krita kritam. Ataha maya eva kshama prartaniya. Here also karmani prayoga. Therefore, ataha maya kshama prarthaniya. Aniyaranta shabdaha prarthaniya. Kshama akaranta strilinga shabda. So, prarthaniya. That is also in strilinga. So, you can see this maya aparadaha kritaha. Here akaranta pullinga shabda. So, iktanta shabda also in pullinga. Here akaranta strilinga shabda, aniyar shabda also in strilinga. This tavyat pratyayanta, aniyar pratyayanta, ikta pratyayanta. These three kridanda shabdaha we are using in karmani prayoga. Tadartam upayam suchayatu. So he asked, the mistake might have been done by me, so you give some idea. Sudhiraha Maharajasya Samipam Gatva. And listening to this, Sudhira went to king and told, Hey Prabho, O my lord, Laghuvishe Bhavane Niraparadishu Kupitaha Bhavati. In petty matter, you get angry with Niraparadhi, means one who is not the culprit. On them you are getting angry. Etat uchitam na, this is not good for you. Etasmat kadachitte nirdoshinamapi dukkam bhavati. And nirdoshi, one who is not having any mistake. So they also may get sad. Iti vadanne Rajivasya ghatanam udahirtavan. And he told, you see, for example, you shouted at Rajiv like that. Raja Chandrakantaha kshanam yavat maunam sthitva uktavan. And the king kept silence for some time and told, Aham Rajivam darjitavan chedavi saha dukkham aprakatayan chintitavan yat maya eva kshama prarthaniya iti. So the king thought, even though I did mistake, he thinks that he might have done mistake and he should ask pardon, like that. About Rajivah, the king is thinking. Ataha saha nischayena vinayashilaha. See again, vinaya. Vinaya is a very submissive nature, very nice quality, like that. Peaceful, like Vinaya. Vinaya means in a pleasant, submissive way, we are telling that diplomatic, like what we say. So Vinaya Shilaha. Vinaya Bhavaha Asmin Asti iti Vinaya Shilaha. Vinaya Murtaye Tasmai Uttamaha Puraskaraha Datavyaha. Datavyaha means Danakriya. Datavyaha Tavyatanda Shabdaha. Puraskaraha means gift. Puraskaraha Datavyaha. Puraskara is to be given. For whom? Tasmai. Kasmai Vinaya Murtaye. Who is that Vinaya Murti? That Rajivah is that Vinaya Murti. Vinaya Murtihi. Murtihi Murtaye. Chaturthi Vibhakti Ekavachanam. So, Vinaya Murtihi, like we say Rama Satya Murtihi, like that, Rajivah Vinaya Murtihi. He is the physical form of that submissiveness. अतः तम सिद्धपुर ग्रामाधिकारी रूपेण नियोजयिष्यामि इति. So the king thought to award him a better position for his qualities because he is having better qualities and the top position. So he should be given a Gramadhikari post. That is a village king post. Like nowadays we say Tasildar, like that. So that the head of that village, like that, Niyoja Ishyami, I will appoint him. Like that he thought. Okay. Further what happened? Yatavat Paryantam. Yatavat Paryantam Rajivah Unnata Adhikarinam Mantrinam Maharajasya cha Vachananusaram Karyam Kurvana Asit. So far, the Rajiva was taking instruction and working as per higher officers, ministers, and the king. Tadrishaha Rajivaha idanim Gramadhikari sthanam praptavan asit. And that type of Rajiva who was taking order and working, now he became Gramadhikari sthanam. He got praptavan. So he became the person who gives order. Yatadrisha karyam tasya jivane nutanam asit. And this is very new in his life. Grame unnata adhikari anyaha kopi na asit. And in the village, there was no other higher officers also. Gramarakshane Rajivasya Sahayakaha Madhavaha Asit. And in taking care of that duty, Gramarakshana is generally the entire village take caring, like administrative. There was an helper in the name of Madhavaha. Saha Buddhiman Niswarthi cha Asit. So he was very intelligent and Niswarthi means selfless. That selfish nature was not there. Madhavasya abhiprayanusaram vyavaharanne kanichana dinani yavat vina klesham karyam nirudhavan. So according to the Madhava's abhiprayam, that opinion, this Rajiva for some days he managed nirudhavan without any problem, vina klesham. Ekada grama pramukaha sarve Rajivam ekakanthena uktavantah yavat madhavasya sahayam bhavate tavat bhavatah kashtam nasti iti. So once grama pramukhaha, all the village VIPs, they told in one unanimous voice, ekakanthena, As long as Madhava is getting help to you, so far you have no difficulty at all. Madhavasya prashamsayaha shravanat Rajivasya dukkam jatam. And naturally, when your subordinate is getting praised, that higher officer, he feels that. So this Rajiva, listening to the appreciation of the village people, he felt sad. Anantara saha madhavam mahuya अस्मिन् ग्रामे परिस्थितिः उत्तमा अस्ति एतत् मम सामर्थ्य बलात् सिद्धम् उत भवतः सामर्थ्य बलात् इति पृष्टवान्. So on the next day he called Madhava and told or asked, अस्मिन् ग्रामे परिस्थितिः उत्तमा अस्ति. The condition of this village is very nice. Is it because of my caliber or your caliber? Like that. Tada Madhavaha Hasan Muktavan. Then the Madhava in a smiling tone told, Purvam Yaha Gramadhikari Asit Tasmayapi Abhiprayam Dadati Sma. Earlier, who was the village king? For him also I was giving some opinion. Abhiprayasa Yukta Ayuktata. Like that. Yukta Ayuktatam Nyatum Gramadhikarinaha Shaktihi Avashyaki. To know which is right, which is wrong, which is best, which is not to be considered like that. The Shakti of Gramadhikari is essential. Gramaha, Gramadhikarinaha, Hridayam iva. So, the earlier days, the management is something like the village is like the heart of the village king. Gramasya unnatihi avanatihi cha Gramadhikarinam avalambate. Unnatihi means the progress. Avanatihi means the falling off. Both, it depends. Both are, the credit goes for the flourishing or downtrend. For that, the credit goes to Gramadhikarinam only. Kasya abhiprayam puraskritya tena karyam kriyate iti tu gaunam bhavati. And how that village king is executing and what is the, from where he gets the solution, that is gaunam bhavati. Gaunam means that is secondary. That is the meaning. Ataha atra bhavataha samartyam eva karanam iti. So he is vinayashilaha. So he said in a vinaya bhava with submissively, sir, it is not because of me, everything is because of you. Madhavasya uttarena Rajivasya triptihi na jata. And by the reply he was not satisfied. Mama abhiprayasya puraskarat eva gramadhikarinaha samartyam iti Madhavaha vadati iti vichintya saha nirnitavan yat paristitehe parivartanam karaniyam iti. Okay, Mama abhiprayasya puraskarat eva, only because of my solution Gramadhikarinaha samartyam iti Madhavaha vadati. The executing in a caliber way, in a efficient way. Okay, we can say like that. The efficiency of the village king depends on the suggestions and advice of me, like that. Madhavaha vadati. Madhava says, iti vichintya, like that thinking, saha nirnitavan. Kaha, that Rajivaha nirnitavan yat paristitehe parivartanam karaniyam iti. Okay, now the condition is to be somewhat changed. Tadartham saha grame sarvatra. It is not savatra. I think some typing mistake. Grame sarvatra anvishya shuka, Shakuni namakam kanchit praptavan yascha madhavam na ichchati sma. So he wanted to change the condition or to degrade the position of this person called Madhava. So he searched everywhere in the village and found one person whose name is Shakuni. And Madhava doesn't like that person. Tataha Rajivaha Madhavam Muktavan. And after doing this Anveshana, searching, this Rajiva told to Madhava, Ekasya Abhiprayasya Shravanate Vishayasya Yukta Yuktata Na Nyayate. So in a diplomatic way, he says, by listening to one man's opinion, we don't know whether it is right or wrong, like that we can't decide. Ataha itah param shakunehe abhiprayah api svikaraniyaha iti nishchitam asti maya. So hereafter, I have to take the opinion of the Shakuni also. Like that, I decided. Bhavati yavat samayasphurtihi bhavati tavat sarveshamapि abhiprayaः uttamaः eva bhavanti iti Madhavaः uktavan. Bhavati yavat samayasphurtihi bhavati. Here the first bhavati is in you. Bhavat shabdaha saptami vibhakti ekavachanam. This next bhavati, that is verb to become. Bhavati yavat samayasphurtihi bhavati. Samayasphurtihi means samayaspurtihi. At the proper time, you should get that reflection. That is samayaspurtihi. That intelligent is, whenever you are in a, even the Shastra says that, who is Buddhiman? In a critical situation, one who takes the right course of action, he is Buddhiman. Not somebody who is doing some other activity using his brain power. That is not considered Buddhiman, like that. So, this Madhava says, as long as you have that skill to take right decision at the right time, tavat, that long, sarvesham abhi abhiprayaha uttamaha eva bhavanti. So everybody's opinion will be right only. Tasmat dinat Rajivah sarveshu visheshu. So from that day onwards, Rajivah, in all the matters, sarveshu visheshu, shakunehe eva abhiprayam svikartum udyuktaha bhavat. So he started only to take opinion from Shakuni alone. Shakuni hi buddhiman parantu tasya adhikara vyamoha adhikaha asi. Vyamoha means a type of that garva, pride. And I am the officer, you listen to me, like many government office, many ministers, they say, I am the minister, I am ordering, you do, like that. So, adhikara vyamoha, that was too much in Shakuni, even though he was Buddhiman. Gramadhikarinaha sahayakatvam nama unnatam sthanam iti chintayitva saha nishchitavan yat mamapi gramadhikarinaha karyalaye kinchit sthanam avashyakam iti. So he thought, I am the advisor for the village king, so I should get some post in the village king's office. Like the prime minister's advisor, like that we have. Ataha saha madhavam ahuya. So he called Madhava, Gramadhikarinaha karyalaye udyogam kurvataha bhavataha pritak prakoshtaha nasti yat tat katam shobhate. You are working in Gramadhikari's office and you don't have a separate chamber, because we say all officers needs to have their own chamber. So pritak prakoshtaha nasti. Separate room is not there. How is that? Bhavane yatha tatha aham api gramadhikarinaha sahayakaha eva. Like you, I am also that village king's assistant. Ataha avayoh nimittam prakoshtaha vyavasthapaniyaha iti Rajiva varyam suchayishyami iti uktama. So far as we have to have our chamber, like that, I will say to the king or the village king, like that he said. Kim abhipraya danam mein kinchana mahat karyam. Kim abhipraya danam kinchana mahat karyam. Is it very great work to give some advice or suggestion? Abhipraya datre pratak prakoshtaha. Datra rikaranda shabdaha. Trich pratyayanda shabdaha. Abhipraya datre. For the person who gives a suggestion or opinion or advice, pratak prakoshtaha means a separate room or separate chamber. Kimartam, why it is required? Yatadrisham vicharam parityajatu bhavane iti Madhavaha Shakunim muktavan. So you just drop this idea, like that he told to Shakuni. तस्मिन् दिने सायंकाले शकुनिः राजीवस्य समीपं गत्वा, and on that day in the evening Shakuni went to this village king Rajivah. अभिप्रायदानं नाम महत् कार्यम् इति चिन्तयित्वा भवत्समीपे आधिक्येन स्थातुम् इच्छन् अहं भवतः भवने एकं प्रकोष्ठम् इष्टवान्. अभिप्रायदानं नाम महत् कार्यम् इति चिन्तयित्वा. Giving advice or opinion means it is a great responsible work, like that thinking. Aham chintayitva bhavat samipe adhikyena sthatum. With you to sit in authoritative place. Aham bhavataha bhavane ekam prakoshtam ishtavan. So I want one room in your that building. That is a king's building, so there is one room for me, for the advisor. परन्तु अभिप्रायदानमपि महत्कार्यं वा इति उपहासपूर्वकं वदन् माधवः मम प्रार्थनां तिरस्कृतवान् इति वदन् माधवस्य उपरि दोषम् आरोपितवान्. So indirectly he just tried to sow some seed. But giving this type of advice is not that great work. Like that, Madhava, the other person, earlier person, he just rejected my proposal. Like that, he made the blame on him. Evam va, is it so? Aham sarvada bhavatah abhiprayam prapnomi ityatah saha bhavate asuyati iti bhati. Because I am always giving advice to you, he is having jealous on me. Bhavate asuyati. I mean jealous on you. Bhavate asuyati. Asuya means a type of okay, who is talking? Rajiva is talking, or let me see. Rajivasya samipam gatva. Okay, so up to this, Madhavasya upari dosham aropitavan. Like that, up to that, it is Shakuni's dialogue. Evam va. Sometimes in office also it happens, when someone goes and they complains or try to spoil the name of other officers, that officer, if he is a good person, he is to, okay, let me find out. Like that only he should say. He should not, is it so? What he is doing, what else he said, like that. That interest should not be shown. But naturally humans, we like to know who is not feeling good about me. Evam va. Aham sarvada bhavatah abhiprayam prapnomi ityatah saha bhavate asuyati iti bhati. So here the Rajiva, village king, is telling, because I am always taking advice from you, bhavate asuyati saha iti bhati. I feel he is having jealous on you. That means Madhava is having jealous on Shakuni, like that. Tathapi alam chintaya. Okay, no problem. Don't worry. Bhavatbhyam ekaikam prakoshtam mama bhavane nirmaya dasyami. So for both of you, I will make one room and I will give it to you. किंतु सर्वदा भवतः अभिप्रायम् एव पुरस्करिष्यामि इति उक्तवान् राजीवः. But I will consider your opinion only all the time. Like that he told. यः मह्यं प्रकोष्ठकल्पनं निराकृतवान् तस्मै अपि भवता किमर्थं प्रकोष्ठः प्रकल्पयते इति पृष्टवान् शकुनिः. One who just disregarded the proposal of having separate chamber for me, why are you making separate chamber for him also? Like that Shakuni asked. So from such questions a real king can understand who is having what type of quality. If he says thank you, or if he says, sir, you are a nice person, even for that person you have made when I asked for me, then it is different way of expression. But he is saying, why you are making a room for him when he didn't consider my proposal? Tada Rajivaha uktavan. Then the king Rajiva told, Jananam drishtiya aham purvagraha piditaha na bhaveyam kila. Jananam drishtiya. Why I have done so is Jananam drishtiya. In the vision of most of the people, aham purva agraha piditaha na bhaveyam kila. I should not be mean considered or labeled as a prejudicial fellow. Purva graha piditaha means prejudicial, one who is already having some prejudice. No one should feel me like that, you know. अतः उभयोः कृते अपि प्रकोष्ठः कल्पयते. So I just make arrangement for both of you like that. तदारभ्य शकुनिः गर्वेण राजीवं बोधयति स्म. So now he became further close to the king, and all the time he used to advise to Rajivam bodhayati garvena. So with some pride he used to give advice to the village king. Gramadhikari nama maharajaha iva. Like that is what I said. Gramadhikari means he is like the king of that village. Ataha tena gambhiryena bhavitavyam. So he should be in a very well composed way, gambhirya. Like the prime minister means he should behave in a well composed way. Saha sarvai saha hasan sambhashanam na kuryat. He should not talk like ordinary people, talk in an ordinary way with ordinary people, laughing and talking with everybody. Kopi namaskaram karoti chet tena prati namaskaraha na karaniyaha. If someone greets him, he should not greet him back. Simply just see and go. Evam vyavaharaha eva gramadhikarinaha shobhayai. So such a behavior only it will add shobha, means it add a further prominence to him. It will further elevate him, highlight him as the biggest man. Yatadrishi sarvavidha sukshmataha ज्ञात्वा व्यवहरति चेत भवाने यशस्वी अधिकारी भविष्यति इति. Yatadrishi sarvavida sukshmataha jnatva. Like this, if you understand all these this nitty-gritty little bit details in your behavior, conduct, then you will be well known, Yashashvi Adhikari. You will be very famous village king, like that. Garvitaya Rajivaya Shakunehe Abhiprayaha Nitaram Arochanta. Garvitaya Rajivaya. For the Rajiv who is already having some pride, Shakunehe Abhiprayaha Nitaram Arochanta. So further this fellow added fuel. He is already burning and somebody added fuel to that. Like that, he is already having the feeling of that pride. Now Shakuni further added to that. So Nitaram Arochanta means Rochate means like. Arochanta means that past tense. So this all advices he liked very much. Saha anukshanameva tana abhiprayan anusritavan. So immediately he followed all these type of advice given by Shakuni. Tathapi kopi rajivam prativachanam na uktavan. So even then in his behavior some changes were found. Nobody just given any prativachanam, reply back. Atah Rajivah itopi kopene vyavahartum udyuktaha abhavat. So further he started shouting and very short-tempered with everybody. Maharajasya priyaha Rajivah iti jnatavantaha janaha api tasmat bhitaha abhavan. Because he is very dear to king, so everybody started fearing. Parantu Madhavaha ekaha eva anyepyaha bhinnaha abhavat. But the Madhava, who was the first person who is only feeling or behaving different from all others. Rajivaha prati namaskaram api na karoti iti jnatavan saha api namaskaram na karoti sma. Because Rajiva is not returning the greetings, he was also not greeting. Rajivaha abhiprayan pruchati chedeva saha sasya abhiprayan vadati sma. So only when Rajiva asks for opinion, then he says. Yatadrisham Vyavaharam Dirghakalam Anuvartayatum Achintayan Anichan Madhavaha Kadachit Rajivam Muktavan. And this Madhava does not want to repeat that behavior for a long time. So he told once, Mama aparadaha kaha iti vadatu. You tell me what is the mistake done by me. What is my mistake? Mai vritha dosharopaha na karaniyaha bhavata. By you, unnecessarily blame should not be done. My means in me. By you, unnecessarily this blaming is not to be done in me, on me, like that. Yadi bhavane tatha karoti tarhi aham maharajam sarvam vadishyami. So he said, now I will elevate the issue to the top of issue. So if you are always blaming me, then I will report to the king. Maharajasya namnaha prastavat Rajivaha kinchitiva bhitaha. Because now he is subordinate to the king, even though he is king of that village. So by listening the king's name, which was taken by this Madhava, this Rajiva is somewhat feared. Ataha sa Madhavam Prishtavan Bhavane Kimiti Maharajam Vadati iti. So he asked Madhava, okay, what you are going to tell to king? Etasya uttararupeణ Madhavaha yavat kimapi vaktum udyuktaha tavata Rajivaha kopam prakatayan. When Madhava was about to say something, by that time itself, this Rajiva, village king, angrily saying something. Alam asambhatta pralapanena. Pralapanam means talking. Talking meaninglessly. That is the meaning. Pralapam. Pralapam generally means talking, chattering, like that. Excessive talking, we can say. Asambhaddha pralapanena. Not connected. Irrelevant. Enough of this irrelevant talking. Jyeshtadhikarini mayi eva anadaram prakatayataha bhavataha yogyata maya jnata. Maya tava yogyata jnata. By me, your qualities are the yogyata, the fittingness is known. How? Mayi eva anadaram prakatayataha bhavataha. Of you who is blaming me only. And what type of me? Jyeshtadhikarini. In the higher officer. So that he is now taking that position. I am your higher officer. Kim alpayogyatavata bhavata saha vartalapam kartum aham na ichchami iti uktama. So I will come. Jnata means I came to know. Kim alpayogyatavata bhavata saha vartalapam kartum aham na ichchami iti uktama. What is the meaning of further talking with you? I don't want to talk with you who is not having qualification. Alpa yogyata vata. Alpa yogyata vat is the word, is the shabda, pratipadika. Yogyata means qualification. Alpa yogyata means very little qualification. One who is not considered the right candidate. That is alpa yogyata. Alpa yogyata vat. Vat means like that. Someone who is having like a person having very little qualification. Bhavata. With you. With a person who is having very little qualification. By you, with you, what is the kim vartalapam kartum aham na ichchami? I don't want to talk with such people. Vastutaha bhavata saha vartalapaha mamapi modadayakaha na. So actually talking with you is also not pleasing to me. Modadayakaha means that which gives pleasing. Moda means please. Moda. Amoda means, that is why we say amoda. Amoda means I second his opinion, like that. In English we say, whenever the officer is presenting something or somebody, I second his opinion means I consider and I agree with him, like that. That is moda. Amoda, like that. Modadayakana means it's not agreeable to me, like that. So talking with you is also not agreeable to me or giving any pleasant feeling to me. Yukta yuktata nirnayaha yena kriyate tena saha vartalapaha shobhate. So, talking with a person who is listening and considering what is right or wrong, with that person only we can talk. That only interests me. Someone who is talking with prejudicial mind and self-sided, one-sided, not bothered about other people's opinion. I don't like that vartalabaha na shobhate. Vartalabaha कस्य सह शोभते युक्तायुक्तता निर्णयः येन क्रियते तेन सह वार्तालापः शोभते with those person who is having the wisdom to differentiate between what is right wrong. With that person talking is nice. Not with someone who is single-sided and with a single opinion, not considering other and prejudicial. प्रियकारिणां पिशुनानां वचने यस्य आदरः तेन सह वार्तालापः मह्यमपि न रोचते. प्रियकारिणां पिशुनानां वचने. This priyakarinam pishunanam means pishunaha means this nowadays we say that chamchagiri, one who is saying yes sir to everything, that a person yes sir minded person, not having their own opinion and simply yes sir, like a slave. In office also, government offices, you find someone who is in a very high position. They behave like a slave to the officer, even though they are given so many responsibilities, power and all, to act individually. So with such type, vachane yasya adaraha, a person who respect SR type person, tena saha vartalapaha, with such a person talking, mahyamapi na rochate. I don't also like talking with such person who consider that SR person as a respectable way. Okay, mama api abhimanaha asti. I too have my abhimana means that self-worthiness. Mama api madiyam vishishtam vyaktitvam asti. And I too have my special vyaktitvam vishishtam means special vyaktitvam, that individualness. Bhavataha priti sampadhanartam maya kimapi karaniyam tu nasti. And I need not do anything to get your favor or your blessing, affection. यथा भवान् तथा अहमपि राज्ञा नियुक्तः अस्मि इत्यतः कार्यालयकार्यं तु विना लोपं करिष्यामि एव. Like you, I am also appointed by the king, so I do all my office work without any lopaha. Vina lopam means without deviating, without what to say, without showing any negligence in my responsibility. I will do my duty. किंतु यावत् भवान् न इच्छति तावत् भवता सह वार्तालापम् अहमपि न करिष्यामि इति उक्तवान् राजीवः. So इति उक्तवान् राजीवः. No, this should be Madhavah. Madhava told like this. As long as you don't want, I will not talk with you, like that. Madhava. Because this is all told by Madhava. Vastutaha bhavata, who is telling earlier, alpayogyatavata bhavata saha vartalapam kartum aham na ichchami, like that, that village king Rajivah told. So the answer here is by Madhava. So here also it should be written Madhavaha. So Madhava told like that. It should be written like that. I think tadarabhya Madhavaha Rajivena saha sambhashanam na kritava. So you can see, starting from that day, Madhava did not talk with Rajiva. So Rajiva only told that. I mean, the earlier paragraph is told by Madhava only. Ataha Rajivaha kupitaha abhavat. See, Rajiva won't say that earlier para and get angry himself. It is because of the response by Madhava Rajiva Ataha, because of that response, Rajivaha Kupitaha Abhavat. Rajiva became angry. Agre kim karaniyamiti na janati sma saha. What to do next? Like that he was not knowing. Now he told very openly, we too are appointed by king. I said this in my office. We too are officers. You are higher officer. I am working under you. I am also an officer. I have my own duty, jurisdiction, responsibility. I need not say yes to whatever you say. You can overrule. You have higher power. Then you overrule whatever I say. Why should I say yes to what you want me to do? I will do what I want to do. We both are appointed by government. Like that, I too said this word. So the officer doesn't know what to do, then so unnecessarily we will have to rub, or he will ignore, or he will go with some other SR type person. अतः एतत् विषये सः शकुनेः अभिप्रायं पृष्टवान्. So he asked Shakuni, oh, you see this fellow is like this, what to do now? Gramajananam sarva ganana madhavasya samipe asti. Gramajananam sarva ganana means the entire public support he is having. Tatra vidyamanan kamshchana samshayane nivarayatu iti tam suchayatu bhavane. Okay, Gramajananam sarva ganana. Okay, here it is account. Okay. Ganana means that some this survey or this land record, like what we say, that is also a type of Ganana account. Or the like what we say, whatever reaping is done by the public people, they have to give for the government also. So that type of accounting. So various type of accounting. That accounting area is with Madhava. Tatra vidyamanane kamshchana ವಿದ್ಯಮಾನಾನೆ ಕಾಂಶ್ಚನ ಇರಬೇಕು. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಂಶ್ಚನಾನೆ ಸಂಶಯಾನೆ ನಿವಾರಯತು ಇತಿ ತಂ ಸೂಚಯತು ಭವಾನೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಕಾಂಶ್ಚನಾನೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಚಿತ್ ಚನ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಯಾಂತ ಶಬ್ದ. ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಕಾನ್ ಚನ, ಕಾಂಶ್ಚನ. So it cannot be kamschan like that. It is printing mistake. Kinchana, kechana, like that it can end in chana only. Kinchana itself, we cannot make it kinchana, kechana, kanichana, like that. Everything end in chana only with kim shabda. So kamschan is incorrect. Kanchana. Samshayan nivarayatu. So you ask that fellow, I have some doubt in that accounts of your section. So you clear my doubt. Tada saha eva swayam agatya sambhashanam karishyati iti Rajivam uktavan Shakunihi. Then Shakuni told that now he has to come and talk to you, like that. Parantu suchanadanadi nimittam aham eva prathamam tena saha sambhashanam karomi chete uchitan na bhavati kila iti uktavan Rajivah. So this Rajivah is telling, no, how can I talk myself for getting some information from him? Then it is, I am only talking first. How can I do that? Tada Shakunihi uktavan bhavane bhatanam dwara tasmai suchanam preshayatu. Okay, then don't talk to him. You send through some messenger. Here, Bhataha means soldier or the gods, messenger, peon, like that we can take. Rajivaha Bhatanam Dwara Madhavasya Sandesham. So as per that Shakuni's advice, Madhavasya Sandesham means message, Preshitavan. He sent, you can see in the picture, some attendant has come, peon has come. Parantu Madhavaha tesham dwara eva sandehan suchayatu iti Rajivaya sandesham preshitavan. But Madhava, what he said, all answer he gave to that peon only, and you tell this to your king. Like that, he sent him. Yesha Madhavaha ativa garvitaha iti Shakunim muktavan Rajivaha. And Rajiva told, this Madhav is very arrogant, like that. Bhavane saujanyena vyavaharati yat tasya parinamaha yeshaha. Because Sujana means good, Jana means person. Sujana means good person. Saujanya means the quality of having good person. That is good personness, like that. So Saujanyam is Tadvidanda Shabdaha. Saujanyena Vyavaharati. How are you behaving? In a very pleasant, good person. You are showing good character, pleasant way you are behaving. Sakrit bhavane adhikara bhalam tarshayatu. So once you show your power, tada sarvam samyak bhavishyati iti shagni uktam. So many a time the officer thinks, I am the officer, I will show my power. Okay, you show your power. Let me do what I have to do. Even the president, though we say in the rule, the president can appoint or he can remove anybody from service. Even then he has to give some reason. We can go to court and all. So it is, even though the president is ultimate, there is still we have procedures. So, okay, you show your power, let me see, like that. The person with self-esteem, he will behave differently. A person with SR attitude, they will behave differently. Tadarabhya madhavasya kashtani arabdhani. So starting from there, that the difficult days of Madhava started because his officer is unhappy with him. Tasya kshetrasya grihasya cha karaha adhikaha jataha. And the tax for his location, kshetra, field, and house, they are all increased. Tasya kshetre jalasya api abhavaha jataha. And water was cut to that person's area. Evam sthite api madhavaha etat sarvam sahamanaha maunam sthitavan. So like nowadays also we are seeing this, government is switching off light, cutting the water supply, like that. So even after that he kept silence. Keshanchit dinanam anantaram madhavasya putryaha vivahaha nishchitaha. After some days, Madhava's daughter's marriage was fixed. Saha sarvane gramasthane vivahartham ahutavan. He called all the villagers. But kintu Rajivam tu na ahutavan. He didn't call the village king. Yetat apamanakaram bhavitavan Rajivaha. See, now it is this Madhavas, this is not a rule that you will have to call your officer. I am conducting a function at my home and I am free to do what whom to invite and not. So he called everybody except the village king. Madhavasya upari yam kamapi dosham aropya saha karagriham prati preshaniyaha iti chintayanne tadartham ekam kutantram arasitavan. Somehow this Madhava is to be sent to jail, like that. He did one kutantram. Kutantram means some cunning way of making some plan. He did. Madhavaha bhatanam dwara etam vartam jnatavan. And through gods, this Madhava came to know this. Maharajasya pramukha sahayakaha sudhiraha Madhavasya bandhu asite. And the kings, Maharajas, that are topmost of the country, Pramukha Sahayakaha, one of the very advisor, very important advisor, Sudhiraha. His name is Sudhira. He is Madhavas Bandhuhu. He is relation of this Madhava. Ataha Madhavaha Jatiti Rajadhanim Gatva Sarvam Vrittantam Sudhiram Niveditavan. So he just tried to make a check. So he went to Sudhira and told everything so that Sudhira can pass on to king and the king can now take control. Sarvam Shrutavan Sudhiraha Kimetate Kupamandukaha iva sthitaha Rajivaha Bhavatam Grame Kruraha Jantuhu Abhavatva. So that Sudhira is asking, Kimetate, what is this? Kupamandukaha iva sthitaha Rajivaha. Kupamandukaha means a frog in the well. A frog in the well, what it knows? It knows only the well and it thinks the entire well, this well. But outside the well, so many are there. Kupamandukaha iva stitaha Rajivaha. The Rajiv who was like a frog of a well. Bhavatam grame, in your village, Kruraha Janduhu Abhavatva. Is he become a very cruel person? Atra mama vachananusaram yeva karyam kurvana asit saha. Here he was doing as per my order only, as per my suggestion. Ahameva dadiyane uttama gunane maharajam muktva tasmai gramadhikari padavim dapitavan. I only mean appraising his good qualities, got this village king post. Tadrishaha asmakam virodhi abhavatva. Such a person whom I elevated to higher position, whether he became our enemy, aham ichchami chet tam dinabhyantare udyogataha eva uchchatayitum shaknomi iti kopena uktavan. And he told, if I like, I can immediately get him removed from that post, like that, angrily told. Tada madavaha evam karanam samasyayaha shashvata pariharaha na. Removing him from that post is not the permanent solution. Tasya garvam nivarayitum asmabhihi upayaha chindaniyaha sudhiram iti sudhiram muktavan. So to remove his self pride that he is the overall officer or the king, we have to think something. Sudhiraha angikara purvakam shiraha chalayan. Okay, like that, Sudhira also accepted his suggestion. Maharajaha Chandrakantaha kebhyashchit dinepyaha asvastaha asti. So our king Chandrakanta is in some days not well. Asvastaha, svastaha well. Asvastaha not well. Ataha idanim rajya vyavaharam samagram maharajasya putraha devendraha eva pashyati. So now the entire office management of the king is done by his son Devendra. Devendraha samartaha buddhimane vineshilaha cha. And he is very capable, very intelligent and very pleasant quality person. Pitra kritaihi apradaihi saha dukkham anubhavan asti. Pitra kritaihi apradaihi. By the mistake done by the father, he is feeling sad. Bhavataha samasyayaha pariharam saha eva suchayitum arhati. And to find the solution for your bhavataha samasyayaha pariharam saha eva suchayitum arhati. So he is the right person to find the solution. Ataha avam tasya samipam gacchava. So he is fit to inform this matter to take solution for your problem. So let us go and tell. Like that, this Sudhiraha said. Anantaram Sudhiraha Madhavam Yuvarajasya Samipam Nitavam. Then Sudhira took Madhava to Yuvaraja. Yuvarajam Sarvam Vrittantam Niveditavan cha. And he told all that story to Yuvaraja, the prince. Sarvam Shrutva Yuvarajaha Uktavan. So listening to everything, the prince told, Etat sarvam mama pitu karanataha eva pravrittam. Everything happened because of my father. Mama pita api garvashilaha asti. My father is also somewhat having that pride mind. Ataha sarvepi tasya gunam anusaranti. So everybody is following that officer. The king is having that quality. We say, Yatha Raja, Tatha Praja. Like that, Yatha officer, Tatha officer. Subordinate also. Etat nivarayitum kaschana upayaha asti. So I have some solution for this problem to remedy, rectify. Aham bhavataha gramam agamishyami. I will come to your village. Kadachit mama pita Rajivam tarjitavane asit iti bhavane smaret khalu. Sometimes my father, he scolded this Rajiv. You know that? You remember that, you know? Tadartham aham idanim Rajivasya kshamam prartayami. So for that, I will come and ask excuse to this Rajivah, the village king. Because my father shouted at him some time back. Parantu bhavane kshamam samskrita bhashaya prarthayatu. Aham tat anudhya Rajivam vadishyami. But you tell the burden, you ask in Samskrita bhasha. You ask that in Sanskrit Bhasha, and Anudya Rajivam Vadishyami. And I will translate and tell to Rajiva. Yata saha Sanskritam na janati, because he is not knowing Sanskrit. Iti Madhavaha Yuvarajam Uktavan. Like that Madhava told to Yuvaraja. Madhavasya antaryam jnatavan Yuvarajaha hasitavan. And Madhavasya antaryam. Antaryam means that inner meaning of Madhava. Yuvaraja came to know and laughed. So the Yuvaraja is interested to ask pardon for the mistake done by his father. Now the same thing Madhava is going to say. So it is as if Madhava also asked pardon for something. It can be like that also. Let us see. Anantaram Yuvarajaha Madhavaha Sudhiraha Cha Siddhapura Gramam Agataha. So all the three, they came to Siddhapura. Yuvaraja, Madhava, this first advisor, Sudhira, the prime advisor to the king. Tan Trina api Drishtva Rajivaha Sambhrantaha. Looking at all that, it is like that the parliament committee has come, you did something, and the parliament committee has come to take stock of the situation. So he became very sambhrantaha, very confused or very worried. Parantu yada devendrasya agamana uddeshaha jnata, agamana uddeshaha agamanoddeshaha jnataha, tada tasya dhairyam agatam. But when he came to know why Devendra, the prince, has come, then he came to know. He got some confidence, dhairyam, some courage. Tavadeva, not only that much, Mam Kshama Prartayitum Yuvarajaha Swayam Agatavan Ityataha Aham Shreshtaha Iti Chintayan Garva Bhavam Anubhutavan Saha. So, the fear, it further turned into some more arrogance. The prince himself came to ask pardon from me. So he started behaving in a pride way. Gramadhikarinaha bhavane yuvarajaha sudhiraha rajivaha shakunihi madhavaha anye kechana grama pramukhaha cha sammilitaha. So these all four, Shakuni, Madhava, the same level officer, and Sudhira, the prime advisor, and this Yuvaraja, prince, all, and so many other village higher officers. So a meeting like so many people, they assembled. Sammilitaha. Sarvesham sammukhe devendraha uttavan. So the prince told in everybody's presence, Mama pituhu karanataha jatane aparadhane mama vyavaharena aham samikartum ichchami. Samikartum means to rectify, to make it okay. To reconcile. What we say, whatever done is okay, we will reconcile. So whatever done by my father, I want to reconcile. Ataha aham rajivam kshamam prarthayam. So I want to ask pardon from Rajiv. Gurukule aham sarvaha vidyaha samskritena eva jnatavan. I learnt everything in Gurukula by Sanskrit language only. This I am saying many times that thousands of years back, all subjects were in Sanskrit and all media of education also was Sanskrit. Subsequently, they all translated to many languages in India also. Okay, so separate this subject technology like that. In a regional language, nothing came up. Everything came from that Sanskrit scriptures only. If we don't agree for that, then you read Sanskrit also, then your language literature also, then you will come to know. Because we don't have time or knowledge to read all that, we simply go or carried away by public view or some misinformation. Okay. Ataha aham samskrita bhashaya eva kshamam prarthayami tat anudya madhavaha rajivam vadati. Anudya means by following, telling, translating, Madhava will tell that in local language. Tada Shakunihi Rajivam Rahasi Uktavan. Then Shakuni told to Rajiva in a secret, in a very murmuring way, Yuvarajaha ativa chaturaha asti. This Yuvaraja is very clever. Idanim Madhavaha bhavata saha sambhashanam karoti eva. Now Madhava is to talk with you. Like that, he told. Anantaram Devendraha Samskritena Sambhashanam Kritavan. Then the prince started talking in Sanskrit. Tasya bhavam Madhavaha abhinayena Rajivam suchitavan. So in a physical gesture, he anudya. So he anudya, in a physical gesture, he translated. Parantu Rajivah tat jnatum ashaktaha sanne. But Rajiva unable to get that information by, it is like this deaf dumb news. There you see somebody is reading, somebody is making gestures and they are informing. So unable to understand that, Rajiva, Hey Prabhu, Madhavasya garvam pashyatu. Oh my Lord, you look at the pride of this Madhava. Bhavata saha sambhashanam na karishyami iti bhavam abhinayena mam suchayan asti saha. I don't talk with you like that. In a gesture's way, he is informing me. Bhavataha purataha kaha eshaha uddhata vyavahara. Uddhata means improper behavior. Means that some arrogancy, insubordination. Okay. Insubordination in government office, we use that word. You see his insubordinate behavior. Iti yuvarajam uktavan Rajiva. Tada Devendraha Shiraha Chalayan Rajivam. Then Devendra accepted his Rajiva and told Rajiva, Garvasya Atma Gauravasya cha Madhye Mahan Bhedaha Asti. Garva is that pride. Atma Gaurava means self-esteem. Both are having so much difference. Madhye Maha Bhedaha Asti. Sambhashanam makaroti iti vadati sahashanasya akaranam atmagauravam dhyotyati. One who says, don't talk with me, with whom not talking shows one's self-esteem. Deshasya yuvarajaha sanne ahameva sarvesham doshanam nimitam kshamam prartayan uttama vyavaharam pradarshitavan. Being the prince of this country, I am only behaving and showing the good qualities by asking pardon. Bhavane madhavena saha sambhashanam kartum na ishtavan. But you didn't like to talk with Madhava. Yeshaha bhavataha doshaha. This is your mistake. Mama vyavaharasya darshanasya anantaramapi bhavane atmana kritasya doshasya nimittam kshamana prartitavan. Even after me displaying how one should behave, you are not asking pardon for your mistake. Etat bhavataha garvasya adhikyam suchayati. This shows how pride you have, or the prideness is ruling your mind. Yuvarajasya etaihi vachanaihi Rajivaha lajjitaha sanne shiraha avanamayya mama aparadham kshamyatu kripaya iti madhavam prartitavan. So feeling shy and shame for his behavior, he asked Madhava, pardon me. Tada Madhavaha hasanne bhavata swadoshaha nyataha chet mama kshama prapta iva. And Madhava said in a smiling way, jovial way, if you understood your mistake, that itself is asking pardon. Samasyayaha pariharaha api atraiva asti iti Rajivam uttavan. And the solution to the problem also is there only. Yatadrisha vyavahara sukshmatam nyatavan Rajivaha karvam parityaktavan. So this nitty-gritty of the behavior in holding a very high office, that he came to know, and his karvam parityaktavan. He left his that, because you will be there in that office until you retire. Then you are no man, you are a no more officer. You are an ordinary person like so many other citizens. So sometimes it happens with people. So the main thing in this I liked is Garvasya, Atma Gauravasya. Both are having different meaning. That is one of the very nice. Garvasya, Atma Gauravasya, Madhye, Mahan Bhedaha Asti. So that Atma Gauravam one can have. Garva one should not have. whatever may be the post you hold. Hope you liked, though it is a very big story. I enjoyed reading it. It gave so many flashback of my time in office discharging with various people. That is what I said. When you read some story, you can relate it to life and so many sceneries and learn many things and correlate, and the language we can enjoy, many vocabulary we can gain, like that. And the people who really want to learn, they don't bother about the time. I cannot make a story of 2 minute, 5 minute attractive. I don't want to grab such viewers. So real learners, when they find the source, they enjoy learning. Hope you liked it. I will come up with some other new story. Take care. Bye-bye.